Well, there you have it. The last of our league champions named. The Peterborough Petes win the OHL over the London Knights with a 4-2 series win as we welcome you in. Tocheri, Carlo, Colaiacovo, and Frankie, Corrado. It was a narrow win in this game, a 2-1 victory. Tucker Robertson gets it done again.
He was outstanding, a fourth-round pick of the Seattle Kraken, and you got to see the different elements that make Tucker Robertson a very good player and what would be very enticing for the Seattle Kraken. It starts with the physicality. He's going to get in on the forecheck, physical play, but then it's his playmaking ability. He finds Avery Hayes. Avery Hayes is able to score on the back end. He's on the board with an assist. Then he goes to the net, gets a tip on this puck, scores the game-winning goal, and there he is raising the trophy. It was an excellent performance for Tucker Robertson. A ton of energy in his game and a lot of skill to go with it. The Seattle Kraken should be very excited about the player that they've drafted.
Michael Simpson has been a centerpiece for Peterborough all season long. He didn't have his best in Game 5. He brought it for Game 6.
He sure did, and he brought it in the most important game. And if you're thinking about Michael Simpson, you go back to Game 5. It's kind of a game that you want to erase from your resume because it was a rough night for him. He let in a couple goals that he'd probably want back, as you saw here, this one here, through his glove. And so a loss is a loss. That's how you chalk it up. Michael Simpson went home, he reset his focus, and he brought his A game to the most important game, including late in the game when they're protecting a 2-1 goal lead. And you just love the celebration, the elation for his team, the elation that he feels knowing that he stepped up and helped get the job done and clearly rewarded for the MVP trophy because that's what he played like.
You know what it takes to hoist the OHL championship trophy. It takes sacrifice, and you saw a lot of that tonight.
Well, I'm very lucky that I actually hoisted that trophy, and I actually got myself one of these in the ring. And this is, you watch the way Peterborough played this game, this is the sacrifice they made to win, to earn one of these. Winning the fourth game is always the hardest. Playing without Owen Beck, you just knew that Peterborough had to adopt sacrificing and making certain plays so that they could be the winners at the end. And you just see these plays here, players putting their bodies in front of shots, protecting goals. And at the end of the day, that's the type of mentality that you have to have in order to win championships. And I thought Peterborough, right from the start of the game, they imposed their will physically, and they imposed their will with their sacrifice, and deservingly of getting one of these.
Absolutely. And a lot of this game they play with a 1-0 lead. And with that 1-0 lead, there was clogging up the neutral zone, playing a 1-3-1, hanging on, but they find a way to finally get that goal that puts them over the edge. And it was a really resilient effort. If you're going to play that kind of hockey, there needs to be some kind of sacrifice as far as physicality, blocking shots, and your goaltender playing well. They had all that, and they deserve to be champions.
So some of my greatest memories of winning a championship are the bonds that you create with your teammates. And as you can see, when you invest yourself into playing a game like that and ultimately you hoist the trophy at the end of the day, those are the bonds and the memories that you're going to remember forever. So congratulations to Peterborough, and congratulations on representing the OHL in the Memorial Cup.
Well, there you have it. Peterborough Petes, your OHL champions for the first time since 2006. It's their 10th OHL title, tied for the second most in OHL history. They join Seattle, Quebec, and Kamloops. We'll see them in the Memorial Cup starting Friday.